Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video I'll be looking at my spare cylinder head, going through the valve assembly and all the component parts, using my DIY valve compressor to remove and replace the valves. If that's something you're interested in, as usual, stick around and I'll get straight into it. Well, as you can hear, I've fired up the ultrasonic cleaner, and the solution I've used is 4 parts water, 1 part vinegar, washing up liquid and some salt. I'll be interested to see just how good that works. I'll put the spare cylinder head that I've got in there, hopefully I can clean that up. The spare cylinder head that I got for the CT90 engine came up pretty good in the ultrasonic cleaner, but I thought while I'm doing this I'll lap the valves, overhaul the cylinder head while I'm doing it. And one thing I remembered, I'd done a video before showing valve grinding, valve lapping, but I didn't really mention much about the parts, so I thought I'd address that now. Well, obviously we've got here the exhaust valve, and then we have this steel washer that fits inside the cylinder head over the valve guide. And what that does, that's a seat for this outer valve spring, the larger valve spring, to stop the hard steel chewing away at the soft aluminium underneath. Then over the top of the valve guide we've got this top hat or collar. Inside there is a valve stem seal, oil seal if you wish. That's the old one, this is a new one, it's a light green. Sometimes in your gasket set there'll be 2 of these, and that's because some variants had a stem seal on the inlet and the exhaust, but for most of us there will only be 1 stem seal on the exhaust. On top of this top hat or collar we have this small washer, and that acts in the same way as this one, and that acts as a seat for the smaller valve spring. And then obviously we've got the 2 valve keepers or collets at the top. This is the stem seal that's fitted to a CT110. You can't fit this simply because it's too big, it won't allow the spring to pass over it. So different stem seal on the older CT90. Probably the best way to understand it is to assemble all the parts. So firstly the spring, the washer goes in, so I'll put some oil on the valve stem, slide in the valve, and what I found is if you try and put the oil seal in there it falls out. So what I've found is the best way, put that over the top of the valve like this, press it on, and then using that, the collar, that can go all the way down. And don't forget, there's the second washer, the smaller washer with the ridge facing up. If my screwdriver wasn't magnetic, that might be a bit easier. We've already got the washer in there for the seat for the larger spring. Now compress that and fit the 2 collets or valve keepers. So I doubt if you can see, I've got the collets in there, slowly unwinding the spring compressor. Let's see if we've had some success. That's the collets in place. Now what I'll do, I'll fill this with kerosene or petrol. Make sure that the valves are not leaking. Well, I've had some diesel in there for a while and the valves are not leaking. Happy with that. Well, the valves in the cylinder head passed the leak test. I think this cylinder head should be fine to use now. On to the next step. Thanks for watching. Birds are heckling me, and I'll see you again soon in the next video.